Welcome. In this video, I am going to solve this particular question set. So in this question set, we have 4 questions. So I will be solving all the 4 questions one by one. So first, let us start with question number 1. So in question number 1, we have been given triangle PQR. So we have been given triangle PQR and we have to find the area of triangle PQR. So let us start solving question number 1. Now, there are many formula for finding area of a triangle, and the formula that we will be using in this particular question set is area of triangle is equal to half into base into height. So we are going to use the formula area of triangle is equal to half into base into height. So using this formula, we will be finding the area of the triangle in this particular question set. Now, what do you mean by base and height? So in this formula, what do you mean by base and height? Now, first let us look at base. So in a triangle, we know that there are 3 sides. So out of the 3 sides of the triangle, any one side can be considered as the base. So in this formula, we have the term base. So what is base? So base is any one side of the given triangle. So I will write it down. So we are looking at what is the meaning of base. So base means out of the 3 sides of the triangle, so out of 3 sides of the triangle, any one side can be considered as the base. So any one side can be considered as base. So this is the meaning of base. Now what is the meaning of height? So in this formula we have the term height. So what is the meaning of height? So height means for the particular base, what is the corresponding height of the triangle. So whatever base we have taken over here, for that base, what is the corresponding height of the triangle. So what is the meaning of height in this formula? So it means whatever base is taken, for that base, what is the corresponding height of the triangle? What is the corresponding height of the triangle? So I have given you the meaning of base and height. Now let me explain to you using an example. So let us understand base and height from an example so that you can solve the questions easily. So let us take a triangle. So let us take a triangle. So let us label it. Let us say the triangle is MQT. So we have taken the triangle MQT. Now for the triangle MQT, we will understand the base and the height. So base is out of three sides of the triangle, any one side can be considered as base. So in triangle MQT, we have three sides. The three sides are MQ, QT and TM. So out of these three sides, any one side we can consider it as the base. So let us consider side QT as the base. So I am taking side QT as the base. So this is my base, side QT. This side QT, I have taken it as the base. Now QT sits on this line. So I will extend this line. So QT sits on this line. So I will extend this line in both the directions. So this is the line on which side QT sits. So this is the line on which side QT sits. So side QT is our base. We have taken side QT as our base and we have extended the line on which side QT sits in both the directions. Okay. Now let us see what is height. So what is the corresponding height for the base QT? So we will find what is the corresponding height for the base QT. So height is whatever base is taken, for that base, what is the corresponding height of the triangle. So what is the base? The base is side QT. So for side QT, what is the corresponding height of this triangle? So in order to find height, corresponding height for this base, we have to look at its opposite vertex. So the side is QT. For QT, what is the opposite vertex? So for QT, the opposite vertex is M. So M is the opposite vertex for side QT. Now, the height will be the line segment from M. So it will be the line segment starting from M such that it will meet QT at an angle of 90 degrees. So this line segment is the corresponding height for QT. So let us say this point is S. So the corresponding height for base QT is MS. So I will again repeat how I got MS as the corresponding height for QT. So QT is our base. Now for QT, what is the opposite vertex in this triangle? So for QT, the opposite vertex is M. So M is the opposite vertex for QT. So in this triangle for QT, the opposite vertex is M. Now height will be the line segment that starts from M such that this line segment will meet QT at an angle of 90 degrees. So this line segment will be perpendicular to the base QT. So that line segment will be the corresponding height for QT. So in this example, that line segment is MS. MS starts from M, which is the opposite vertex of QT, and it meets QT at S at an angle of 90 degrees. So MS is perpendicular to QT. MS meets QT at S at an angle of 90 degrees. So MS is the corresponding height for the base QT. So MS is the height. So this is how you will take the base and the corresponding height. Now it will become more and more clear as we solve these questions in this question set. So let us go to question number 1. So we have to find the area of triangle PQR, and we have been given these informations and we have been given these lines or the line segments in this triangle. So using this information, we have to find the area of triangle PQR. So we have to find area of triangle PQR. So the formula is half into base into height. So half into, now base. So base is what? So out of 3 sides of the triangle, any one side can be considered as base. So out of 3 sides of this triangle, any one side we can take it as the base. So what are the 3 sides of this triangle? The 3 sides of this triangle are side PR, side RQ, and side QP. So we can take any one side as the base. So let us take PR as the base. So I am taking side PR as the base. So half into the base is PR. So I have taken PR as the base. Now you can extend the line on both the directions. So you can extend it in this direction and you can extend this line in this direction. So on this line, side PR sits. So this is the line on which side PR sits. I have extended it on both the directions. Okay. Now, in question number 1, if I take PR as the base, I can't solve the question because the measure of PR is not given to us. The measure of side PR is not given to us in the information. We know RQ is 8 cm, PQ is 9 cm, RC is 7 cm and RA is 6 cm. But we have not been given the measure of side PR. So if I take PR as the base for this triangle, I won't be able to find its area because the value of PR is not given to us. So it is of no use when I take PR as the base to find the area of this triangle because I don't know the value of PR. So I won't take PR as the base. So PR, I won't take it as the base. So let me rub it out. So PR, I won't take it as the base because the value of PR is not given to us. So let me rub this also. Okay. Okay. So I can't take PR as the base because the value of PR is not given to us. So after PR, now let us consider this side of the triangle. So this side is side RQ. Now I can take any one side of the triangle as the base. So let me now take RQ as the base. So side RQ is the base. So base is RQ. Now let me see, can I take RQ as the base? Is the measure of RQ given to us? Yes, RQ is 8 centimeter. So there is no problem if I take RQ as the base, because the value of RQ is given to us. RQ is 8 centimeter. So I can take RQ as the base. Now for RQ we have to find the corresponding height. So first RQ sits on this line. So let me extend this line in both the directions. Okay. So on this line, side RQ sits. I have extended this line in both the directions. Now for RQ, we have to find the corresponding height of this triangle. So how to find the corresponding height for base RQ? So first we have to look at its opposite vertex. So for RQ, the opposite vertex is P. So the height will be the line segment from P such that that line segment will meet RQ at an angle of 90 degrees. So it will be something like this. Something like this. So this line segment is the height for the base RQ. But in this diagram, no such line has been drawn. In this diagram, they have not drawn any such line. So we do not know the height for the base RQ, because in this diagram there is no such line that is drawn which starts from P and which meets RQ at an angle of 90 degrees. There is no such line segment that is drawn to us. So the height for RQ is not drawn to us. It has not been given to us in this question. So this line segment, which is the height, it has not been drawn to us. So we don't know the height of RQ. So I can't take RQ as the base because its height is not given to us. Its height will be actually the line segment from P such that it will meet RQ at 90 degrees. But that line segment is not given to us in this diagram. So height for RQ is not given to us. So RQ, I can't take it as the base because its height is not given to us. So I can't take RQ also as the base. So I can't take PR as the base because the value of PR is not given to us. I can't take RQ as the base because its height is not given to us. So I am left with side QP. Okay, I will rub this also. Yeah. So now I am left with side QP. So I will take side QP as the base. So half into QP. Now let me first see whether the measure of QP is given to us or not. So measure of side QP, yes. PQ is 9 centimeter. So side QP, its measure is given to us. So I can take QP as the base because the value of QP is given to us. QP is 9 centimeter. Okay. Now let us find the corresponding height for the base QP. So QP now is our base. So let me extend this line in both the directions. So it will be this, like this. So on this line, side QP sits. So I have extended the line in both the directions. Okay. So on this line, side QP sits. Now we have to find the corresponding height for the base QP. So for QP, what is the opposite vertex? The opposite vertex is R. So the corresponding height will be the line segment that starts from R, such that that line segment should meet QP at 90 degrees. And we can see that RA is that line segment, because RA is the line segment which starts from R. Now R is the opposite vertex for the base QP. So RA is the line segment that starts from the opposite vertex R, and RA meets QP at A, and it meets QP at an angle of 90 degrees. This symbol means 90 degrees. So RA meets QP at 90 degrees. RA is perpendicular to QP. So the corresponding height for base QP is RA. So the height is RA, because RA meets all the criteria for being the height for base QP. So for QP, the opposite vertex is R. So from the opposite vertex R, this is the line segment which is drawn. It meets PQ at A, and it meets PQ at an angle of 90 degrees. So RA is perpendicular to PQ. So RA is the height for PQ or QP. So RA is the height for QP. So RA is the height for the base QP. So half into QP into RA. If we solve this, we can find the area of triangle PQR. And is the measure of RA given to us? RA is 6 centimeter. Yes, the measure of RA is also given to us. So now we will substitute the values and find the area of triangle PQR. So half into QP. How much is QP? QP is 9 centimeter. PQ is 9 centimeter. So PQ means QP. So QP is 9 centimeter. So QP is 9 centimeter into RA. RA is 6 centimeter. So RA is 6 centimeter. So half into 9 centimeter into 6 centimeter, which is, so 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So 9 into 3 is 27. So 27 square centimeter. So area of triangle PQR is 27 square centimeter. So this is how you solve such kind of questions, by applying this formula. Now here you must be saying, what about RC? So what is this line segment RC? Now RC is just simply a line segment. It is not the corresponding height for QP. Why it is not the corresponding height for QP? Because now RC starts from the opposite vertex R. So for QP, the opposite vertex is R. So RC starts from the opposite vertex R, but RC doesn't meet QP at 90 degrees. For height, the angle should be 90 degrees. But RC doesn't meet QP at 90 degrees. So therefore RC is not the corresponding height for QP. Height should be always perpendicular to the base. Then only we consider that line segment as the height. Here RC doesn't meet QP at 90 degrees. So therefore RC is not the corresponding height for base QP. Therefore we took RA as the corresponding height for base QP, because RA starts from the opposite vertex R and it meets QP at A at 90 degrees. So RA is perpendicular to QP. So therefore RA is the corresponding height for QP. RC is just a line segment. It is not the corresponding height for QP. It is just simply a line segment. So with this detailed explanation, now let us solve the remaining questions a bit fast, because now you know how to apply this formula and solve the questions. So question number 2. So in question number 2, we have the triangle MNP, triangle MNP, and we have to find the area of triangle MNP. So we have to find area of triangle MNP. So the formula is half into base into height. So half into, now base and height we have to find out. Okay. So base is any one side. So out of 3 sides of the triangle, any one side, that can be considered as the base. So in the triangle MNP, what are the 3 sides? The 3 sides are side PM, side MN and side NP. So first let us see whether we can take side PM as the base or not. So yes, I can take PM as the base because any one side of the triangle can be taken as the base. So let us take PM as the base. So PM is our base. So I will extend this line. So I will extend the line on which side PM sits. So I have extended it in both the directions. Okay. Now, do we know the measure of PM? No. In our information, we have not been given the measure of side PM. So if I take PM as the base, I won't be able to solve this question because I don't know the value of PM. What is the measure of PM is not given to us. So if I take PM as the base, I can't find the area of triangle MNP because the value of PM is not given to us. So I can't take PM as the base because its value is not given to us. Okay, so I can't take PM. So I will rub this also. I will rub this arrow marks on the line. Okay. So I can't take PM as the base. So after PM, now let us look at MN, side MN. So I can take side MN as the base. So my base is MN, side MN. So let me extend the line. So this line I will extend in both the directions. So on this line, side MN sits. Okay. Now is the measure of MN given to us? Yes, MN is 10 centimeter. The measure of side MN is given to us. So I can take MN as the base. Now for MN, what is the corresponding height? So MN is this side. Now first we have to find what is the opposite vertex for MN. So for MN, the opposite vertex is P. So the corresponding height will be the line segment which starts from P such that it meets MN at 90 degrees. But in this diagram, no such line is drawn. So we have not been given the height for the base MN because in this diagram PS is drawn but PS doesn't meet MN at 90 degrees. So I can't say that PS is the corresponding height for MN because PS doesn't meet MN at 90 degrees. If it meets MN at 90 degrees, we would have been given that symbol. But here no such symbol has been given. So we can't say that PS meets MN at 90 degrees. So we can't say that PS is the corresponding height for base MN. So for base MN, its corresponding height is not given to us in this diagram. For Mn, what is the corresponding height? It would have been from P, a line segment which meets Mn at 90 degrees. But no such line has been drawn in this diagram. So PS is not the corresponding height for base Mn because PS doesn't meet Mn at 90 degrees. So PS is just another line segment, but it is not the corresponding height for base Mn. So we can't take Mn as our base because we don't know its corresponding height. So Mn also I can't take it as the base. And I will rub this lines. So I can't take PM as the base, I can't take Mn as the base. So I'm left with side NP. So I will take NP as the base. So NP is now my base. Is the measure of NP given to us? NP, yes, PN is equal to 12 centimeter. So NP, the measure of NP is 12 centimeter. The measure of NP is given to us. It is 12 centimeter. So I can take NP as the base. Now let us find its corresponding height. So NP is this side. So let me extend the lines on both the directions. Okay. So on this line, side NP sits. Now NP, for NP, what is the opposite vertex? It is M. M is the opposite vertex for NP. So the corresponding height for NP will be the line segment which starts from M such that it meets NP at 90 degrees. So MT is that line segment. MT is the line segment which starts from M, which is the opposite vertex, and it meets NP at point T at 90 degrees. So MT is perpendicular to NP. So MT is the corresponding height for the base NP. So the corresponding height is MT. MT. Because it starts from the opposite vertex M and it is perpendicular to NP. So MT is the corresponding height for base NP. Now is the measure of MT given to us? MT, yes, MT is 9 centimeter. So now we can find the area of the triangle. So half into NP. NP is how much? NP is 12 centimeter. So 12 centimeter into MT. MT is 9 centimeter. So 9 centimeter. So let us solve it. Half into 12 centimeter into 9 centimeter. So 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. 6 into 9 is 54. So 54 square centimeter. So the area of triangle MNP is 54 square centimeter. So question number 2 is also done. Now let us go to question number 3. So okay, question number 3. So in question number 3, we have been given triangle ABC. ABC. And we have to find the area of triangle ABC. So what is the area of triangle ABC? So area of triangle ABC. So that will be half into base into height. So half into, now base and height we have to find out. So base is, out of 3 sides of the triangle, any one side can be considered as base. So AC is one of the sides of the triangle ABC. So AC, I can take it as the base. So half into AC. I have taken AC as the base. But I don't know the measure of AC. The measure of AC is not given to us. So I can't take AC as the base, because if I take AC as the base, I can't find the area of the triangle because the value of AC is not given to us. So I can't take AC as the base. So after AC, now BC is another side of triangle ABC. So now let me take BC as the base. So BC I have taken it as the base. Now is the measure of BC given to us? Yes, BC is 16 centimeter. So I can take BC as the base because its measure is given to us. So I can take BC as the base. Now for BC, let us see what is the corresponding height. So BC, let me extend this line in both the directions. Okay, roughly, okay. So this is the line on which side BC sits. I have extended it in both the directions. Okay, so it doesn't look neat. So let me just draw a neat extension. So okay, fine. So this is the line on which side BC sits. I have extended it on both the directions. Okay. Now for BC, what is the opposite vertex? The opposite vertex is A. So we have to find the corresponding height for the base BC. So for BC, the opposite vertex is A. So the height will be the line segment which starts from A such that that line segment should meet BC at 90 degrees. But in this diagram, no such line has been drawn. In this given diagram, no such line segment has been drawn. Now AQ is just a line segment, but it is not the corresponding height for base BC because AQ doesn't meet BC at 90 degrees. So AQ is simply a line segment. It is not the corresponding height for base BC because AQ doesn't meet BC at 90 degrees. If it meets at 90 degrees, they would have drawn this symbol. But here no such symbol is given, so that means AQ doesn't meet BC at 90 degrees. So AQ is not the corresponding height for base BC. So the corresponding height for base BC is not drawn in this diagram. So we can't take BC as our base because we don't know its corresponding height. So BC also I can't take as the base. So I will rub this also. Okay. Now I can't take AC, I can't take BC. So I am left with side AB. So I will take AB as the base. So side AB is now my base. Is the measure of AB given? Yes, AB is 6 centimeter. So the measure of AB is given to us. So I can take AB as the base. Now what is the corresponding height for the base AB? So AB, let me extend the line. So I will extend it in this direction. I will extend it in this direction. So this is the line on which side AB sits. I have extended the line on both the directions. Okay. So for AB, we have to find the corresponding height. Now for AB, the opposite vertex is C. So C is the opposite vertex for AB. So the corresponding height will be the line segment which starts from C such that it meets AB at 90 degrees. And that line segment is CK. So CK is the corresponding height for base AB. Because CK, this line segment, it starts from the opposite vertex C. C is the opposite vertex for base AB. So CK, this line segment, it starts from the opposite vertex C, and this line segment CK, it meets the base AB at 90 degrees, because the base AB, this sits on this line. So you can consider this line as our base. This line represents the base. Even though we have taken the base as AB, but AB sits on this line, so you can consider this entire line as our base. Even though the measure we will take it of AB only, but we can consider this entire line as our base. The measure we will take only of AB, because we are considering triangle ABC. So we can't take the measure of this entire line. We will take the measure of AB only, because we are considering the area of triangle ABC. But when we are considering the corresponding height, then we can take this line as our base. So this line is now the base, and on this line AB sits. So this line we will consider it our base. So this CK line segment, it starts from the opposite vertex C and it meets the base at 90 degrees. So CK is perpendicular to our base. So CK is the corresponding height for the base. So CK is the corresponding height for base AB. So for AB, the corresponding height is CK. Why CK is the corresponding height for base AB? Because for base AB, the opposite vertex is C. So this line segment starts from the opposite vertex C such that this line segment is perpendicular to the base. CK is perpendicular. CK meets at 90 degrees with the base. So CK is the corresponding height for the base AB. So therefore CK is the corresponding height. Now remember, in this diagram, the height is outside the triangle. So there can be cases where your corresponding height is outside the given triangle. That can be a possibility. Don't always think that the corresponding height should be inside the triangle, like in question 1 and 2. In question 1 and 2, the corresponding heights were inside the triangle. But in question number 3, the corresponding height is outside the triangle. So it can be a possibility that the corresponding height sits outside the given triangle. Now CK, is the measure of CK given to us? Yes, CK is 5 centimeter. Okay. So now let's substitute the values and solve it. So half into AB. AB is how much? AB is 6 centimeter into CK. CK is how much? CK is 5 centimeter. So this will be half into 6 centimeter into 5 centimeter. So 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6. So 3 into 5 is 15. So 15 square centimeter. So area of triangle ABC is 15 square centimeter. And now let us do the last question, which is question number 4. So in question number 4, we have been given triangle CXT. Triangle CXT. We have to find the area of triangle CXT. So area of triangle CXT. So that will be half into base into height. So half into, now base and height we have to find out. So base can be any one side of the triangle. So let us take the base as CT. Side CT, we will take it as the base. So CT. So CT, let me extend the line. So, okay. So side CT sits on this line. So I have extended that line in both the directions. Now the measure of CT is not given to us. The measure of CT is not given to us in this diagram. So I won't take CT as the base because its measure is not given to us. So let me rub this also. So I can't take CT as the base because its measure is not given to us. So now let me take Cx as the base. So Cx is now my base. Is the measure of Cx given to us? Yes, Cx is 9 centimeter. So I can take Cx as the base. Now for Cx, what is the corresponding height? So let me extend the line. So Cx sits on this line. Okay, I have extended the line in both the directions. So Cx sits on this line. Now for Cx, we have to find the corresponding height. So for Cx, the opposite vertex is T. So the corresponding height will be the line segment which starts from T such that it meets Cx at 90 degrees. So line segment Tx is the corresponding height for Cx. So Tx is the Cx and this is Tx. So Tx is the corresponding height for Cx. Why? Because so our base is Cx. So for Cx, the opposite vertex is T. So from T, the line segment which meets Cx at 90 degrees, that line segment will be the corresponding height. So Tx is the line segment. Tx starts from the opposite vertex T such that it meets Cx at x at 90 degrees. So Tx is perpendicular to Cx. So Tx is the corresponding height for base Cx. So Tx is the corresponding height for base Cx. Now is the measure of Tx given to us? Tx, yes, xt is 12 centimeter. So Tx is 12 centimeter. Yes. So now we can find it. So area of triangle CXT is half into, now Cx is how much? Cx is 9 centimeter. So 9 centimeter into Tx. Tx is how much? Tx is 12 centimeter. So 12 centimeter. So half into 9 centimeter into 12 centimeter. So 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. 9 into 6 is 54. So 54 square centimeter. So area of triangle CXT is 54 square centimeter. Now here Tx is the corresponding height for Cx. And what about Tm? Tm is simply a line segment, because Tm is not the corresponding height for Cx. Why? For Cx, the opposite vertex is T. So Tm starts from the opposite vertex T, but it doesn't meet Cx at 90 degrees. Tm is not perpendicular to Cx. Tm doesn't meet Cx at 90 degrees. So Tm is not the corresponding height for the base Cx. Tm is simply a line segment. So here you can't write Tm because Tm is not the corresponding height for base Cx, because Tm doesn't meet Cx at 90 degrees. So Tm is not the corresponding height for base Cx. Now this same question you could have solved it in another way by taking the base as Tx. How? So I will solve it. So area of triangle CXT is half into, so here we have taken the base as Cx. You can take the base as Tx also, because base can be any side of the triangle. So Tx is one of the side of the triangle. So I will take the base as Tx. Now for base Tx, and the value of Tx is given to us 12 centimeters. So I can take Tx as the base. So for base Tx, what is the corresponding height? So first let me rub this out. Now I will draw that line. So I will extend the line in both the directions. Okay. So on this line Tx sits. Now for Tx we have to find the corresponding height. So for Tx the opposite vertex is C. So the line segment that starts from C such that it meets Tx at 90 degrees. So that line segment is Cx. So Cx is the corresponding height for base Tx. So Cx is the corresponding height for base Tx. Because Tx is the base, so for Tx the opposite vertex is C. So the corresponding height will be the line segment that starts from the opposite vertex C, such that that line segment should meet Tx at 90 degrees, and that line segment is Cx. Cx meets Tx at x at 90 degrees. So Cx is perpendicular to Tx. So Cx is the corresponding height for base Tx. So Cx is the corresponding height for base Tx. And its values are given. So half into what is Tx? Tx is 12 centimeter into Cx. How much is Cx? Cx is 9 centimeter. And now let us solve this. So half into 12 centimeter into 9 centimeter. So 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. 9 into 6 is 54. So 54 square centimeter. So area of triangle CXT, whichever way you do, you will get 54 square centimeter. And with that we have solved question number 4. So this is how you can find the area of a given triangle by using the formula half into base into height.